Look at these mustard greens. We had a slow rain today. It helped clean the leaves, which they wasn't dirty. And I'm cutting a good mess. By the time we de-stem and trim the leaves, we're going to have about 6 cups. Now we're sauteing these. And some bacon, onions, garlic. Very simple, but oh, so delicious. Now we're ready to get these washed up. As you can see, the water is clear. But this ensures that all the dirt and the sand comes off of these pretty leaves, and it will settle at the bottom. Now this is one of 2 washes. Oh, there's a leaf. Now we're ready to go to the other side for the second rinse. Again, just using cool tap water. Now this is not going to make much. This is making a good side for supper tonight. Now we've got them back over for the second rinse. And as you can see, I have a colander that goes into a salad spinner. If you do not have a salad spinner, you can just dry them off with a towel. But right now, I am taking the leaves off the stem. Some prefer to chop the stems. I prefer to remove my leaves. Now, if you don't have mustard greens, this works well with kale. Kale and mustard have the same bitterness, but not bitter in a bad way. Look at that large stem. Who wants to eat that? I don't. But you can use kale in place of this. The leaves are so tender. It seems like time consuming, but it's not, y'all. From garden to table, I would say 20 minutes for the amount that I have. And you see the smaller leaves, I just slide them basically right off. Now we're going to put them in the salad spinner. Now if you don't have a salad spinner, that's fine. You can dry them off with a towel. What you're trying to do is get most of the water off. Look at the amount of water that come out of there. Because you really don't want to have a wet green. And I think I'm going to get a pretty good amount of water off the second spin. Perfect. Okay. We've got the water off, and all I'm doing is stacking. Now this is strictly your choice. You could actually omit this and just use whole leaves. I prefer to dice ours. And I'm rolling them kind of like a cigar. Just good bite-sized pieces. Okay, there's our chopped mustard greens, about 6 cups, 2 slices of applewood smoked bacon, a half of a yellow sweet onion, 2 garlic cloves, salt, pepper, and coarse ground Dijon mustard. Now I've diced my onions, garlic, and bacon. Look at that bacon sizzle. My heat is on about a medium heat, and I will probably adjust it down to low, because what I'm trying to do is render the grease or the fat from the bacon. You do not want it real crispy, but you do want it cooked through. been about 5 minutes, and I'm going to remove my bacon pieces. But you're going to leave all the drippings. That's the good stuff, y'all. And we're going to go in with our half of a yellow sweet onion that I have diced. Now, you can dice yours smaller or you can leave it in rings. This is strictly your choice. This is on a medium heat. And I'm going to saute these about 3 minutes. You want them soft and tender, but you don't want them cooked all the way down, because you still want that little bit of texture, that bite, if you like onions. It's been 3 minutes, and now we're going in with the 2 garlic cloves that I have diced. And the reason why we go in last with the garlic is because you don't want your garlic to burn. And I'm going to steadily move the garlic around for about 1 minute. And that's all it takes. Oh, it's smelling so good. Now we're ready for the mustard greens. Again, at this point, if you didn't like mustard greens, you could use kale. And I'm putting all 6 cups in. My fire is still at a medium, but I will be turning it down to a low after I get these sauteed. This is going to take about a minute, y'all. It doesn't take long, kind of like spinach. Okay, this is going to cook down very fast. You're going to see 6 cups basically disappear. But you constantly want to rotate and move those greens around. You're bringing up the onions and the garlic. You're not letting anything sit on the bottom of the skillet. And now we're going to go in with 1/4 cup of chicken broth. You can use vegetable broth, but I prefer chicken broth, 1/4 cup. And what this is going to do, this is going to help steam and tenderize these mustard greens. Look at that sizzle. And you see how fast it evaporates? Now we're going to place a lid on it. Turn your fire down to low for 3 minutes. And that's all it's going to take for that broth to reduce, but the flavors will remain. We're almost there. Look at there. Delicious. And we're not done yet. This is where we're going to season it. Now I'm going in with 1/2 teaspoon of salt. This is your preference. I would not add more salt because you've already got the salt from the bacon. But I will be adding a teaspoon of black pepper. Now if you want to kick it up a notch, add you a pinch of red pepper flakes. And then the secret ingredient. Remember that coarse ground Dijon mustard I showed earlier? Well, it's going in about 1/2 teaspoon. No more than that. You'll see it's going to be 3 dollops. Now that's a coarse ground Dijon mustard. About 1/2 teaspoon. Y'all, we're done. Turn the fire off. Incorporate the Dijon mustard. And we're ready to plate up. I got to get my taste tester in here. Oh, there's my bacon. Almost forgot about the bacon. Don't forget about the bacon. I'm just going to crumble it in my hands and let it go in the pot. Stir it around. As you can see, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm ready to eat. Oh, so good. There you have it. Mustard greens, bacon, onions, garlic, little coarse ground Dijon mustard, chicken broth, salt and pepper. 20 minutes, y'all, from garden to table. I got a thumbs up. Must be good.